What if I told you that while the rest of the world is stuck in traffic, China has already started flying? The Chinese government isn't just testing flying cars. They're building entire cities for them. And while you're watching this video, they're already training AI to fly them for you. This isn't a prediction. This is real, and it's happening faster than anyone thought. But here's the craziest part. You're not supposed to know how far ahead they actually are. Let me explain. In October 2023, in a closed-off zone in Guangzhou, China quietly launched the world's first hybrid flying car, the XPeng Aero HT. No press conference, no US media coverage, no international tech headlines. Just a sleek black car that lifted off the ground, hovered over traffic, and flew silently into the future. But this wasn't a one-time show. XPeng had secretly been building an entire fleet, and they're not alone. You see, for China, flying cars aren't toys for the rich. They're a weapon in a tech war. While the West debates AI regulation, China is planning 100,000 flying vehicles by 2030. They're even rewriting their national airspace rules to allow low-altitude air traffic. Why? Because cities like Beijing and Shenzhen are choking in traffic. Because their electric car tech is already light years ahead. And because they want to dominate the sky just like they did with 5G, drones, and TikTok. Okay, now prepare yourself, because this thing looks like it came straight from a Marvel movie. XPeng's next model is called the Land Aircraft Carrier, a massive six-wheeled electric truck with a detachable flying pod on top. You drive it to an open space, press a button, and it flies away. Imagine finishing your highway drive, then lifting off over a traffic jam while everyone else is stuck for hours. That future isn't 10 years away. It's 2026, and people have already pre-ordered it. But it's not just utility, it's luxury. Meet the Hongqi Tianyan 1, the Bentley of the sky. The interior looks like a first-class cabin. It has retractable wings, and it's being marketed to executives who want to skip the helicopter and fly themselves to work. But here's the real power move. China wants to replace limousines with flying limousines, and they want to do it before the West even finishes its first prototype. So how the hell is this even possible? 3 reasons. 1. Battery dominance. China makes 75% of the world's EV batteries. 2. Drone experience. DJI already builds the most stable flying machines globally. 3. AI navigation. Their eVTOLs don't need pilots. The AI flies for you. They're not building flying cars like we imagined in cartoons. They're building drones with brains. And these brains are learning fast. Most countries think flying cars are toys. China calls them part of the low-altitude economy. That's a real government term. They're building air corridors for flying taxis, rooftop vertiports on hospitals and malls, AI air traffic control systems. Think of it like building highways in the sky before anyone else even has a blueprint. Let's be honest, China isn't doing this just for innovation. They're doing it for power. Flying cars aren't just transport, they're strategic. Emergency response drones that fly over cities, cargo carriers that bypass ports and borders, AI aircraft that don't need pilots or permission. If China dominates the sky, they dominate everything below it, and the rest of the world, still stuck in traffic. But here's the twist. As you're watching this, some of these flying cars are already being tested in Dubai. Others are being pitched to African and South American governments. Why? Because China is planning to export the future. They're not just flying in China. They're planning to fly everywhere. So the question isn't if you'll see a flying car in your city. The question is, whose flag will be on it? Flying cars. We laughed at them. We called them impossible. And now they're taking off, and without us. So what are you gonna do? Sit in traffic? Or fly into the future? Let me know in the comments. Would you trust a flying car? Would you fly in one tomorrow if it were free? Hit that like button if your mind's blown. And subscribe if you want to see more real tech that sounds fake, but isn't. Because the sky is no longer the limit. It's the new battleground.